are grateful to our sponsors, Kelly Stafford with Stafford Tree Service, and also Black Kow Cow Manure. If you need your trees trimmed locally, remember Stafford Tree Service at staffordtreesvc.com. And please visit Black Kow Cow Manure, that's K-O-W. Remember, both of the contact details are in the description below. Hi, I'm Stan DeFreitas, Mr. Greenthumb, for the Ask Mr. Greenthumb Gardening Segments. A plant that we've talked about in the past, but, well, we'll talk about it again, and that is chrysanthemums, or mums. Did you know the mums have been around? They've been, well, from China for about 2,000 years. So it's a plant that has been really adored in the Orient, both in Japan and in China, well, also in Europe, also in America. When we think of fall, we think of a plant that likes to flower at the holiday season. When you think of Thanksgiving, you think of football, you think of that season, often mums are thought of. Now, mums are also often thought of as a plant that you might use in a ceremonial sense when people pass on, because it has that life renewance. It has that bright color. It has a whole group of them. And if you're into many of this member of this family, which would fit many of the daisy members, I mean, from sunflowers to the mums, there's a large family in that whole Asteraceae family that people tend to like. Why? Because it comes on with hundreds of blooms, and it will bloom for a good long time. That's one of the advantages. As far as light level, it probably really likes a higher light level. So I wouldn't put this in the darkest corner. If you've got a really bright window, if you've got a porch or patio where it gets good morning light, it needs probably 4 to 6 hours of pretty good sunlight a day to keep this plant happy and keep it blooming. If you put it in the darkest corner, it's going to have a problem. As far as soil, you know, go ahead and invest in a good soil. Peat, perlite, add some black cow if you wish. Really improve that soil. Make it a good, friable soil that will hold moisture. It does need to be watered on a pretty regular basis. So just get ready to water it with your watering can probably every 3 or 4 days, depending, of course, on the size of the container. If you have it out in a bed as a garden mum, you might wish to mulch the bed. As far as fertilizer, we mentioned every 2 to 3 weeks would probably be good during the growing season. And once it's through, now it doesn't really like hard freezes, so you might want to bring it in during some of the holiday season. I'd prune it back if you want to try to start more. You can do that, and you need to keep it in shape. It'll tend to get a bit gangly, so you need to trim off some of those that tend to outgrow the situation. It is a plant that will give you a lot of color, bright colors, mostly yellows, mostly oranges, but there are some that are mixed of many different colors. So you may look through the nursery and find that right color combination for your fall garden. But it will flower much of the year. You can have it bloom for probably, I would say 4 to 6 months of the year. And if you can have that, it's a pretty great plant for its longevity. Now, you can, of course, repeat them. They're often treated as annuals. People often grow them like they do the poinsettia. They grow them, and then they get rid of them. I think you could take this plant, even though you've had it as a indoor plant, you could put it outside in an area where it gets fairly good light, and you get to extend the season over a longer period of time. You may really be surprised on how long the chrysanthemum, or as we like to call it in America, the mum's the word, that it does well in your home and landscape. Remember, of course, that new videos will be dropping every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on your favorite social media platform. So if you like it, hit the subscribe button and tell your neighbors and friends and garden clubbers, go ahead and join and be a subscriber to our Mr. Greenthumb group. Once again, thanks for watching.